Hey car people, how you doing? John's Barn. Thanks for coming back and seeing me. Hey, we're going to cover a few things today real quick. I made a video a little while ago and she's kind of long in the tooth, so I might just do a little bit of editing on that. In the meantime, I'm going to shoot another quickie video just to recap what's going on. I'm John's Barn. Here's the barn. I'm John. I built this barn 4 years ago, just before COVID hit. And blood, sweat, and tears, people. I bought and sold late model Dodge and Chevy pickup trucks out of Texas. I bought them at auctions and brought them back here and put them together and sold them. They were beautiful vehicles. You know, front end damage, miscellaneous things like that. And I've been doing this my whole life, so they come out nice. And I built this barn out of my pocket, and I'm very, very proud of it. And about the time that we got ready to put the floor in, COVID hit, of course. Then by the time we could pour it, of course it was full and everything was twice as much. Now the prices have come back down, so at the end of September here, we're gonna have a floor. That's the plan. We were talking about a 428, people. 67 model. It sat right over here. And in the last video, I basically shared with you that I had a couple people interested in it, and we're going to put it on the old stand, get it running. Well, guess what? We put it on the stand and it doesn't run. How would you like this? That screw is compliments of me. That's how I pulled it out. Let's turn her over here. Beautiful cylinder walls, folks, beautiful. There's the rest of the piston. The engine had antifreeze in it. Nothing, no scoring in there or anything. I thought, well, that's interesting. In these pistons, it still wouldn't turn over, folks. So I thought, well, it's time to pull the other cylinder head. And this is what we found. As you can tell, there's a little spot there and there's a little spot right there. Again, nothing. My guess is, folks, this car sat for over 30 years. My guess is somebody at one point tried to start this and it dropped a valve. It looks like just fatigue. It dropped a valve, hit the piston, and they walked away. This, I wouldn't be surprised if they were driving this car or running this car like this. I have pulled a few apart before, and this is what I found. The piston was at the top and it was running on 7 cylinders. Here is a cylinder head. As you can see, it has been out of there for a while. So that's old damage. The pistons, the piston issue is strange. Obviously, I had a few people interested in the engine. One gentleman said, well, he'll look elsewhere. The other gentleman was interested in maybe asking me, hey, how about building it for me? So guess what we're doing, folks? We're going to have a build. We're going to have a 30 over 428 HO 4-bolt main build. Going to go with a set of Eagle rods. I've already ordered them. Going to go with 30 over pistons. There's no ridge at all on that engine. It is beautiful. The car only showed about 60,000 miles. It was a 2+2. I think the last license plate was in the early 80s. 81, 82, something like that. Very rusty car. That's why it was parted out. So we're going to be building that. I have a camshaft already. It's about 488, 502 intake and exhaust on a lift. And around 292 duration. It's going to be a nice camshaft. We're going to retain the armor steel crank. They're an excellent crankshaft. This gentleman says he's going to twist this thing to 5,500, 5,600, which is very conservative. A stock 428 will go to 56, 5,800. I've done it. I've been there. I had a 67 2+2 in my 20s that was a 4-speed car. And I had put a tack in the car. This car had 100,000 miles on it, folks. And I shifted it just shy, just south of 6,000 RPMs for 2 summers. 2. I put roller tip rockers and poly-lock adjustable nuts and ran it like an ex-wife. I did not treat it well. and I bent 2 or 3 push rods, and I fixed those. It never missed a beat. I still have that engine. We'll be rebuilding that engine this winter, by the way. I put a 400 in that car and sold that car because I wanted to keep the engine. So we're going to be doing that one too, but they're a great engine. So the other guy asked me if I had anything else, and I said, absolutely, I think I do. It was an engine that I wasn't sure I was going to sell. You see, I've got a friend that has a 62 Grand Prix 389 tri-power car, automatic. It's a 425A car. Now for those, I keep saying 425A, 395A. For those of you who are not really in tune with Pontiac numbers, the 425A trophy line meant 425 pounds of torque. That 58 Pontiac that it was in the last video is a trophy 395 car. That's 395 pounds of torque. That's a 370 tri-power. What we have here, now if you remember right, in one of my last videos, we started a 65 421, 338 horse 4-barrel. Came out of a parts car, was all original, ran like a top. Look what we have here. We have a 1965 421, 338 horse. YH code. Now when I built this, he wanted some larger heads. Those are 1969, code 62. Those are 400 big valve screw and stud head. Let's take a quick look at this, folks. Okay. Hey, you stop it over there. That's my mascots. They love coming out here, folks. They love me. That black one I've had since she was a puppy, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. Okay, we're gonna go down in one of the slugs here. And look at this, folks. As you can see. See if we can get this up here. You can see the cross hatch marks. And down here you'll see. There we are. I don't know if you can see that, but that is TRW or sealed power. And that's a 30 over piston, which makes this puppy a 428. Imagine that. So basically, we have an armor steel cranked 428 standard bore with big valve heads. I believe I went with, if I remember right, we went with a 6cc dish in the middle. The compression came out right at, I believe, 10.1 or 10 to 1 flat. Excellent compression. I made him a deal on that. We're going to start that here in a couple days. That's going to be on my engine stand. We're going to start that, folks. We're going to hear that thing run. So that's where we're at there. There's the 058 Pontiac. Now I did have this running. I pushed play. I pushed record, I thought, when I in reality pushed play, and it didn't record it. I had it running for a few minutes. And the funny thing is, it's a tri-power, end carbs are gone. It sucked down one of the one of the gloves and started running a little worse. My guess is it plugged up one of the intake ports, but we may pull the intake off and get that out of there and do it again. We also pulled the 055 Pontiac 2-door post out of storage. We're gonna get this running, folks. We're gonna get this running. It's been soaking. We're gonna put some acetone in it. Do it up here. That was the original color, that robin egg blue. This car is completely rust-free, folks. This car came from Pennsylvania. The inspection is good through April of 1977, which means it was inspected in 1976. This car is perfect inside. It's a rare gauge car, folks. And there goes the horn. And it also has, whoops, it also has the rear speaker. Very solid car. Very, very solid. We have a stuck horn, so we're going to take this off so the neighbors don't think that that I'm doing anything wrong. The old 287, folks. In another one of the videos, we showed the 287 I have in the barn that has never been started. It's a 30 over rebuild. If we can't get this old girl turning over, which I think we can, we've never failed yet. Options are the 287 in there or the 370 that was on the engine stand that we got running. That is a fresh engine. That would be fun in this car. A 370 in this. And as you can see, folks, they don't come any cleaner. All this is surface rust. It's a Pennsylvania car. Fun. So I'm going to sign off for now. I just wanted to fill you in on that 428.